Okay, well, one of the things that I forgot to do I didn't forget. When I put this together on the channel a couple weeks ago, the one thing I didn't sort of do on camera was the decals, because I wasn't in a place mentally to do it. And, you should always leave off on something if you're not feeling the inspiration to do it. But the one thing I kind of wanted to do was to get all the decals on here so that I could call it finished. And, initially I was thinking maybe I would just take this apart and give it to one of the kids, but I really like it. So, yeah, gonna be a little greedy with this one too. And I gotta remember to cut that flashing off of there too. But by flashing, by the way, what I mean is that is mold runoff. That is not a part of the piece. It shouldn't be there. You see the other wing is smooth. This shouldn't be there, so I'll take a craft knife and I'll cut that off. But I wanted to get all of the decals on here. So there are, 6 of them? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that together. It was funny too, there was some commentary when I initially built this on the channel. There was some commentary about oh man, I've got sticker anxiety, I've got decal anxiety about this. That's cool. You can have that going on. I'm hoping this is not an upsetting experience. I'm gonna do this on camera, so this goes out to everybody that has decal anxiety when they finish something. I feel you so much. I definitely feel you. So anyway, this was what, if you don't know what this is an Airfix quick build system. It's basically a Lego kit, and the pieces all form together like standard bricks, but they have sort of a finished look to it. So I'm gonna add these stickers, and I'm gonna finish this up, and I'm gonna get it hung up on my ceiling already. So each of these decals seems to be labeled as 1 or 2, so we got to put the right ones on the right places. This is number 1, so it's going to go down this left side of the plane, also known as the port side. And I'm just going to peel this off. I am going to get it placed from one side to the other. Let's see. Now this says, let's get this bad boy right up under the E, where it's going to be easily lined up. I think is going to be the E right there at the cockpit. So we're going to do that, hopefully. Okay, the good news is these decals seem to have a very forgiving adhesive on the back, so getting this placed correctly is fairly easy. The thing I'm finding, though, the problem I'm finding is that the markings are so dark. That's too bad. The bullseye is nice, and the aircraft number is nice, but that's on there. And it feels a little bit like a window decal, there is an adhesive on the back, but it feels a lot like the ones that you can peel off and clean and put back on. I am certain that they are not, so don't try to take these off once you've put them on. But let's see, that's 1 and that's number 4. Number 4. And it goes red, white, blue markings. Up to down. And that goes on the tail. Crossing the rudder a little. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that on camera. Too busy trying to line it up, but that's approximately what it should look like. Now we'll do the other side just the same. This is gonna go number 2. It's going to go with the G sort of up under that window. We'll just sort of make it match the other side. The decals do, of course, help to firm up the body placement and such, but I can't say I love that. In future, I think I'm gonna cut all of these letters off with an X-Acto and just use the bullet markings, because that's lame. You heard it here first, kids. I say that these decals are lame not from their ability to be placed, but from the fact that most of the printing on it just looks terrible. So, to go back to my initial review of the kit, points off. But here's the thing though too, these are not expensive and they do not take a lot of time to build. So I guess it can't be super critical, but I'm gonna be, because that's my job. That's my job to you, is to be critical about these things that we put together for you and let you know whether or not that's gonna be a good purchase for you. I still say that these are a lot of fun and worth the money. The next one we're going to put together is probably going to be one of their helicopters, because I want to see how those go. And if you get decal anxiety, I get it. I get it. It's probably why I didn't go right to this and put all the stuff on it initially. I do get decal anxiety just like you, but these are fairly easy to place, and it looks like if I needed to, I could pull them up once and replace them. But very easy to place, good adhesive, and a good build. This was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen the build of this model, please go check it out on our channel. But there's that little segment done. Decal anxiety over. Let's do something else. Okay, next up, I'm going to do a little bit of a talk about how you buy your content on disc. If you're watching how our culture's going lately, the movies are coming out quicker on home video. The movies are being priced, regularly. You see $24 for a Blu-ray, but here's what I would like to get everybody to kind of start to understand. If you wait, sometimes it only takes about a month, you can end up purchasing a whole bunch of films for the price of one or even less. I did this on Amazon, and what you do is you go in and you put the movies that you want into your basket. You hit save for later or whatever, and just sort of have them in there. Then you can watch the price fluctuation. You will be notified of anything that changes price, either up or down. And so what I did was I waited for several films to hit rock bottom, and then I hit buy. And I ended up with 4 Blu-rays for $20, and I'm going to show you those really quick. I picked up Wonder Woman 1984. I picked up the Justice Society World War II movie, which is, animated. But I love Justice Society, and I love the stuff from World War II and stuff like that. So this is a lot of fun for me. And then the thing that I got really kind of aggravated with, and I really wanted to wait out until they just put the 2 discs together into a set, and then I would have paid like $20 for the whole thing. But they were trying to sting everybody for $24 a piece on the long Halloween films. So I got the 2 long Halloween parts, part 1 and part 2. And this is kind of cool if you put them together. I got both of these and these all for $20 sent right to my door. So if you wait for just a little while, be patient. You can get all the content that you want on disc for a much better price. I'm not trying to shaft the makers of these films or anything, but I am going to tell you that I have been a part of the mastering and processing, so physically I understand what something like this basically costs to create. I know that it took a long time to make the movie, and there's a lot of dues to be paid off of that, but I'm talking about consumer pricing and what you should be paying for these things versus how they come out on the burn. So anyway, there's those. And then just recently I picked up for $2.99 I got the second Jumanji film, and it comes with the Robin Williams film in it. So I already had these, but the Jumanji films are absolutely the films that it's like a rite of passage with kids, isn't it, to see Robin Williams in Jumanji? And this second film is actually really fun. The third one, the formula doesn't quite work as well, but this one, the chemistry of all of the players and the plot is a lot of fun. And then I picked up another film that I never thought I would dig, but we got it on rental from Netflix. on disc, and we ended up kind of really enjoying it. I think the original pull was, of course, John C. Reilly, but it's actually a lot better film than you would maybe think of as looking at the, looking at all of the promotion. So anyway, there's that. And then the next thing that I wanted to talk about and give a quick review to here is DC's Stargirl. I finally made my way through this. I watched, like an episode before bed. And like I said, I like the JSA, and this is involving a lot of the older characters from DC. So what they're doing here is to install a younger set of heroes using all of the old heroes' powers to fight the original Injustice Society. And if you are unfamiliar with Stargirl, Stargirl actually comes from a male character, but they have re-envisioned her as the next Stargirl, as the next star person to inherit this staff. The staff is sort of sentient and can be a character on its own. But you have all of these kids starting to use the older folks' powers to fight the Injustice Society. I was not sure about this, and I thought about it for a really long time. I was like, this is going to be probably one of those CW this is just not going to be cool. And I found it for $10, the whole season for $10, and I said, screw it. I love DC and I love Justice Society, so let's see where this goes. And I was really pleasantly surprised. The characters are sort of unknown to you, I'm sure, but I think you ought to check this out, and I'm looking forward to season 2 because they have not gotten to the character that's going to inherit the Green Lantern yet, and there is a super cliffhanger of villains to come from the Injustice Society. There are stronger elements that are about to come to Nebraska, which is where this takes place, by the way. Blue Valley, I believe they call it. Blue Valley, Nebraska. But again, just a quick mini review. I would love for you to check it out. Please tell me what you think if you have watched it. But this is a great series for parents to watch with their kids, I think. The intensity, if you will, of the violence is what it is. Characters are put into comas, characters are killed. So I appreciate the bravery of the writing. I appreciate the fact that they are not turning this into some sort of Dawson's Creek, for the comic book set. It actually rewards on many different levels. It's funny. Luke Wilson is fantastic. All of the ancillary characters are fantastic. So anyway, there's Stargirl. Please check it out. The next thing I'd like to do here is to open up something that my wife was so sneaky wonderful. My wife, she does this. The other day when I found that Scarlet from G.I. Joe, the one that I had let go once and then found again, I also, at that point, we had seen a bunch of other Marvel Legends and stuff. And she knows my dedication to this character. For some reason, I tend to flock to certain characters and weird characters, like we all do. But like in the Cap history, Captain America, I really dig the character of Betty Carter and their relationship. It's really cool. And the TV series that they used to have on was something that I really liked, and I'm still waiting for it to be issued on some sort of DVD that plays here in the United States. For some odd reason, unlike all of the rest of the other Marvel properties, with the exception maybe of that other failure with the Inhumans, I'm waiting for the Betty Carter series, the 2 seasons of the Betty Carter series to come out, because they were really good and it should have continued. Don't we all really fall in love with the TV series, and we know that no one else is watching it, so it's gonna die. Anyway, my wife snuck this into the pile when we were purchasing our stuff, and I caught her at the last minute and I said, absolutely not, no. But this is what, amazing wives do. So anyway, real quick, let's take a look at the box art, which I really like. I will definitely be removing at least one of these panels to put up on my wall, because Betty Carter rules. And if you're unfamiliar with Betty Carter, she is the love of Cap's life, and she wasn't a very early S.H.I.E.L.D. personality. And their relationship is fantastic. So I really am digging the fact that they did this on What If. I have not seen the episode yet, but there are the other characters in the series, and of course it comes with parts for the BAF, which is a Watcher. The other one that I really like in this series, by the way, is the Doctor Strange. Despite the fact that they sort of change him up a little bit with his costume because it's What If, I really think that it's like one of the most kick-ass representations of Doctor Strange I've ever seen. So in figure form. So anyway, without any further ado, I'm gonna cut this thing open. Always cut away from your hands. Always be careful with your blade. And this is getting dull. I'm getting a dull blade. Go figure. And always retract your blade. We're really serious about that here at Monkey Shine. If I can just take a second. Please, if you are... no matter what age you are, don't handle blades when nobody else is at home. That's when you cut your hand open. That's when you lacerate yourself and have to call the neighbors. Anyway, please be very careful when using cutting devices or hobby tools of any sorts out there, kids. Okay? All right. As Figure Trap says, the usual oddly shaped Marvel packaging to the side. They put a nice little sort of display background in. This is one of the most bland ones I've ever seen. I have a bunch of these from older figures and stuff that are a lot better. But I don't care about that stuff, and I do not care about the packaging. Like I said, I will cut this up I will put up a picture of Betty Carter somewhere in my office, and that will be that. They do, by the way, though, you can strip the plastic out of these very easily. It comes out as one piece, the shield, and then you can throw the rest of the cardboard in the recycling. So it's not a bad package. It's just oddly shaped. Tray shot. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of the BAF parts. By the way, I have a bunch of BAF parts, and what I'm gonna do, I will put together an episode where I have like just laid out, and I would love to trade anything that I have, and I have a bunch, so like I said, I'll put them out. I would love to trade anything I have to complete the Mark Ruffalo Hulk, which I'll put right here for a second. It's from the Avengers movies, and it was part of the, oh golly, what was the wave? The one that had the weird Thor thing in it. Oh God. My nerd brain is breaking down here. Anyway, let's pop Betty out, right? I mean, we don't need to stand on no ceremony. I like the way the shield is made. I bet the arm, let's hope the arm fits through that really well, but that's gonna be great for posing. I hate when there's just a single clip. Like this shield on the back, there's just like a single clip, and that, you know, I mean, sometimes it works, a lot of times it doesn't. This looks pretty cool. Shield's nice. I love the fact that it's got the Union Jack in the middle. The decal work seems to be on point. So, and yes, I say decal, not decal, because I'm from the Midwest, and I come from farm folk. No, anyway, there's nothing wrong with farm folk in the Midwest, by the way. They are good people. All right, let's take a look at Betty here from top to bottom. I like the face sculpt a lot. That is fantastic. Let me see if I can get her up there a little bit more so you can see. I really dig the hair. It's not too long that it seems like it's going to hamper the mobility of the head a little bit. The problem with most hairdos on figures, you will probably know, is that, you know, for them to look good or flowing, sometimes turning them side to side, they get weird with the shoulders and there's a big lock that comes down or whatever. I do like the hairdo. It is perfect. You know, late 30s, early 40s, Betty Carter. I think that's fantastic. Great sculpt. The body is the usual Marvel Legends. You've got, you know, double elbows, which is good. That always looks kind of strange to me still yet. You know, the things that they have to do in order to make a figure a little bit more limber, sometimes, you know, you got to put up with it. She's got about that much back bad stretch. The ab crunch, not very good. But there is some turn at the torso, no turn at the waist. At the thigh, you've got a thigh cut. You've got, you know, standard joints. And actually, it feels like they've put geared joints in all of this, which is kind of nice, because the one thing I do notice with slightly older figures is that when you pose them a lot or whatever, then they'll start to get a little loose. And there are tricks that you can do to the joints to get those to be fixed. Down to the knee, it's double knee. She can kick her own ass, as Foosh says. And so I'm not trying to steal material. It just came out. I'm sorry. She's got some good hands here for holding her shield and holding a pistol or a vial or something. I mean, it doesn't quite look like a gun hand, which is cool. And then she's got her, you know, her fist on the other side. There are no extras for this figure outside of the shield. and you get the bath parts, which to me are fairly useless because I will not go for the Watcher, not this version of him anyway. But it looks neat. Looks like a nice start. So if you are interested in building that Watcher, let me know, because I will hook you up with those arms. If you've got something that you can trade me, I am not interested in selling things because I don't, bath part. What do you charge for that? I just want to do kind of like straight trades, part for part. And currently, I'd have to put them together, I think, pretty soon. But I've got parts of the Ruffalo Hulk, and I'll look into that. But if you're interested in making, trades for stuff like this, I would be very open to any comments or connections. Anyway, there's Betty Carter. My wife is, as you've seen in some of her episodes, she does work here. She's amazing, and I can't thank her enough for allowing me sometimes to indulge in my geekness from retail. I don't do this very often anymore. I get a lot of my figures just loose at the flea market and stuff. But as Betty Carter, shy, she's ass kicking. Now, Marvel, please give me her TV series. I'd like to rewatch it, please. Where is it? On ABC streaming or DV fucking... It makes me so angry that some of this stuff is getting splintered and that some of this stuff isn't showing up. They've had a couple of false starts, like I said, the Inhumans and such like that. But for crying out loud, I mean, I can find David Hasselhoff still play. I can find that Shield film you guys did, and the Doctor Strange film with what was his name? Anyway, come on, all the old Captain Americas with Reb Brown and shit. Come on, all that stuff is out there. What are you, Disney, trying to erase the history of Betty Carter? You boners. All right, let's turn you around here. It is always good to be married to someone who understands you. Thank you, honey. You're the best. If you haven't watched any of my wife's episodes, please check out Annie's Corner. She likes to do her own thing a little bit here and there, and they're all worth watching just as much as the rest of our material. Please, if you like what you have seen here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If we can get some more subscribers, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'm not saying it's going to make me less motivated or more motivated. I'm just saying that'd be great. And we will continue to bring our programming to you. The other thing that she did, because I just saw this as I was looking for it. The other thing that my wife did, and this is, guys, you got to understand the luck some women have. Sometimes you see people get lucky on TV and stuff, but it's more than likely that there is just a really understanding and good woman behind them who is also finding stuff. And I had, you guys have watched our peg hunts and stuff. You've seen that we have Seen plenty of Falcon. We've seen plenty of the Shield cars. We've seen plenty of the Red Skull. But the one that's always missing from that set is what? The Captain America drag bus. So the other day, my wife comes home and says, "Here, I picked this up for you. I found it." It was like 3 in the afternoon at our Fred Meyer. She just comes home with it. Has no idea what a grail she has come home with, really. She's not paying attention to that particular sub-story we've been having going on through our videos. But she comes home and lays this down in front of me. I dang near shit my pants. So I wanted to let you know that we've got a drag bus. And the thing about all of these series, is that this thing is heavy like you cannot believe. This is the most die cast, I think, on card, these things. There's so much metal here. This is heavy metal, is what this is. Okay. And so get yourself a partner out there, guys, because you can't believe the kind of innocent luck. Wow. The innocent luck. Anyway, coming soon, we are going to have our Scarlet, G.I. Joe Scarlet episode. That's coming up very soon because I want to get her out of the box as well. So please, if you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe, and remember to renew, reuse, and recycle out there. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next time on Monkey Shine Live.